Hey, welcome to Brain Damage Barbecue. Today we're doing a quadruple smoke. We're doing 2 beefs and we're doing 2 chickens. These are 2 eye of round roast. Isn't that what I said? Before I can remember what the hell I bought. That's funny. I have to look it up. Yeah, I bought 2 sirloin tip oven roast and 2 chickens. So we're gonna smoke these 2 babies and we're gonna smoke these 2 babies. I'm gonna coat the first beef roast with my peppercino infused extra virgin olive oil before I put the rub on it. This is a really great oil. It has a lot of flavor and a lot of depth to your food. I know when I did the burnt end barbecue or the burnt end bologna.
Oh, it was so good.
It was amazing. It was like Lawrence said, you know, mind-altering flavor. You know, for sure.
Oh yeah, it really was.
I like the fact that this has a spout in it already, so it doesn't come all gushing out all over the place. So what you want to do is you want to rub that oil all over. Also helps give it a bit of moisture because there's not a great deal of fat on here, which is good. But I've trimmed these roasts up so they're nice and ready to go and ready for the rub. I'm using 2 different rubs. I'm using one that I invented in the hardcore carnivore because last time we used the hardcore carnivore, it turned out really good. It was a very tasty rub.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to use as much this time. I'm not going to put like a super thick coating on it. I put too much last time. You put too much, all you taste is the rub. You don't taste the meat, and it doesn't get down to the rub, or it doesn't get down to the meat properly and season it. Stuff.
Kind of salty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was definitely too salty, but I'm going to use extra virgin, just normal extra virgin olive oil on the hardcore carnivore beef. This one, the reason I'm here, because the one that I made, has quite a bit of spice in it. You know, it's going to have a nice little kick to it, whereas the hardcore carnivore isn't a spicy one, so I'm not going to use a spicy oil on it.
Okay.
Not being very cooperative. But what are you going to do? It's oil. A little bit there like that. Rub it all in, make sure you get it all.
You know, this thing is really better for more modern equipment with small electrolytics.
Don't you dare fall off the
Hmm.
I mean, you can use it.
See, I might be able to cut that little piece off, but I gotta wash my hands first. That piece will just burn.
Oh, gotcha.
You want nice, even stuff. You don't want little pieces on the side like that because it'll just burn. It won't cook as properly. Like, you know what I mean?
It'll taint the flavor of the whole thing.
No, but that piece will just be a waste when I can do something else with it, like give it to the dog.
Sure.
My dog's the boss, you know? He's the bomb. And he deserves the best. He's probably the only dog on the whole block that has his own burger made for him. Will actually have his own piece of beef smoked for him. No other dog in the neighborhood deserves it, so that's why. Okay, so now we're going to be sprinkling on to the beef my special mixture. Ignore what it says on there. It's not the keg chicken rib stuff, so it's just the bottle I like to
This
use,
is something
so,
new. You just reused the bottle.
Yeah. So we're going to coat it all up nicely there. Not too much. Pat it on. Flip it over and contaminate it. You can use the stuff that's on the plate. Using stuff like that. There we go. Do just a little bit more. Like I said, not too much. You don't want to overpower it.
Yeah.
But the beef is definitely going to be cooking a lot longer than the chicken will be. So. A little bit more. I want to make sure that it's pretty dry on the outside there.
Yeah, I saw you pat it dry before we started filming.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why I do that. I see everybody else do it. So.
Well, there's probably a good reason for it.
Okay. Well, oil and water don't mix. If they were wet and I put the oil on there, it would separate.
Yeah.
Right? So you want it dry so the oil can stick to it, and then you can put your seasoning on, and it'll stay to it. Yeah, I should watch.
Absolutely. When in doubt, wash your hands.
But it's beef, so I'm not really concerned about it as much as I would if I handle the chicken. I wash my hands after every
or the pork.
Or pork, yeah. But I'm not doing pork today, so we're not worried about pork. So we're using the hardcore carnivore.
This one's kosher today, huh?
I guess so.
There we go.
Okay, so we just sprinkle a little bit of this on here. Like that. Pat it down. Not too much like I did last time. Okay, then you flip it over. So you put it on so you can still see the meat. You know, you can still see through it to see the meat. But this is black, so. But it's pretty good stuff, this. I like this. There we go, that's enough. Just move things around. Get all the ends. All down. There we go, those 2 roasts are ready, so we let them sit for a bit so all that flavor can soak in. Wash our hands for the 50th time. That's okay. Cleanliness is next to beefiness. So, now, chickens. Do a little dance with the chicken. Like this one, you can dance too. Okay, cool. Okay, now, what we're going to do with the chicken is different than what we're going to do with the beef. What we did is we'll put extra virgin olive oil on the beefs. What we're going to do for the chickens, we're going to put duck fat. I've watched a few videos where they've used duck fat for their poultry dishes and stuff, and it's turned out it gives it a nice crispy skin on the outside. So what we're going to do is we're going to spray it down like that. I already pounded these chickens dry inside and out.
Duck fat from a spray can.
At the bottom. Yeah, you can get this at any butcher, I believe.
Oh yeah?
I got it at Around the Block butcher down on, I think it's Iris. Where was your vacuum place you used to work?
Iris.
Yeah, on Iris, so it's just off Iris, Around the Block butchery. Okay, so there we go. The 2 chickens are sprayed. Now we're using this rub that I invented too, with a combination of all the different spices that I have in my pantry. So we're going to sprinkle that on this chicken.
You know, we're going to check these things that he found in the book first. You know, that's why we reach out, we crowdsource, we work as a group. It's not cheating.
Some inside there, you know, you got to get the inside too.
Yeah.
Flip it over.
Problems out if that was in fact what it is.
Now see, we're going to have a hard time telling the 2 chickens apart because the rubs look very similar.
Do you want to stick a toothpick in one
No, it
or
doesn't
something
matter.
like that?
Well, we'll know by the flavor.
Yeah, okay.
So, don't need to add something that doesn't need to be added, you know?
Yeah.
Toothpick will change the flavor. Unless it depends on what kind of wood you use. Okay, no, we don't want to use that. Now we're going to be using Barbecue Pit Boys poultry powder on the other one.
There we
Big
go.
shout out to the Barbecue Pit Boys. They're like the ZZ Top of the barbecue world. Their food is amazing. I've got lots of inspiration from them for cooks and everything.
Yeah. I got Shango 66 playing in the background right now. Shout out to you, Shango. Love your TV repairs and resurrections.
Okay, so we get that sprinkled on both sides. You're going to sprinkle it on liberally, but again, not too thick, because what we're going to do is, I haven't decided yet, to tell you the truth, if I'm going to put, I got 2 smokers that are going to go on today. I got the Cuisinart and I got my offset smoker that I've been smoking with in previous videos. I was thinking about putting a beef and chicken on each one,
Yeah.
but I might just do 2 beefs on one, 2 chickens on the Cuisinart.
Well,
I'll do the beef low and slow on the offset smoker because it's going to take a lot longer to cook than the chicken.
So-
I can cook the chicken on the Cuisinart
yeah.
quicker than I can cook the chicken on the low and slow, but this will cook too quick and it won't be as moist and tender and juicy because of the 2 rubs that I need.
That's the thing. I thought we'd agreed that the
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about it. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
well, that's the only reason I can do that is because
the
2
offset
cook
smoker.
times. So
And I think the offset smoker is better for
it'll
the
be
beef.
better for the beef.
Yeah.
Because it's lower and slower.
Yeah, we agree.
That might not be done until 9, 10 o'clock tonight. I don't know yet. Depends on what temperature I decide to cook it at.
That's
so,
okay.
But what we're going to do now, we've seasoned everything up. We're going to let this sit. We're going to go and light the smokers and bring this out. We'll get everything going. Again, thank you for tuning in to Brain Damage Barbecue. Like, subscribe, and hit those notification buttons. My name is Joel. I'm your host. Remember, keep it beefy. The meat would be rotten by the time she got up there. It's okay. And there's the beef, ladies and gentlemen. And Lawrence is coming out with the chicken.
Where do you want
Let me line this up here so you can put the chicken down there. Don't fall over, box, okay? Throw the chicken down beside the beef so everybody can see.
Yeah, buddy.
Close the door. Okay, so our offset smoker is up to around 300. Our Cuisinart is up to 375. This is the one that the chicken's going on. This is the ones that the beef are going on. The beefs are going side by side. Chickens are going side by side. I was gonna put one beef, one chicken, one beef, one chicken, but the beef is gonna take considerably longer to cook. So we wanna do the beef nice and low and slow on this, and this is the easiest one to do low and slow on, whereas this one is not. So this is better for chicken, this is better for beef. So we're up to almost 300. Okay, that's good. We got our temperature probes to tell us how the temperature is in the middle, and that's what we're gonna do. We take one, slap it on there like that. Hello, beef. And we take the other one, slap it on there like that. And look at that, they fit perfectly, so I can put them side by side so they'll cook at the same time. Because if I had one here and one back here, then this one's going to cook quicker than this one, and through the middle of the cook I'd have to flip them around. It wouldn't be even. It would be just catastrophic. But anyways, we're closing the lid, and remember, if you're looking, you're not cooking. So now we got
you got probes in it?
I'll put the probes in after.
Oh, okay.
I have to set those up. No, I have to set those up on the phone again, because for some reason the program got taken out, so I got to re-download it. So, but here we go with the chicken. We got an almost 300-degree temperature in there. I'm going to take one chicken here like this. Ouch, careful not to burn yourself. I'm going to take another chicken like this. We'll put him this way. That. And we're going to take, which probe is this? Okay, this is the top probe. So the top probe is going to be in. That's the bone.
Okay, were they seasoned identically, or?
No, one has my seasoning and one has the barbecue Pit Boys seasoning. I showed you. We went over that in the kitchen when I seasoned them.
Okay.
So the top probe is the left chicken. The bottom probe is the right chicken.
Yeah, from your perspective.
Yeah, that's right. From inside the cooking area.
Yeah, from the front of the garage.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
but
okay.
But this is my cooking area. That's why I set
Absolutely.
it up like that.
Hey, works.
So there we go. Chicken probes are in 58, 57. See, they're pretty close to the same, so that's good. The ThermoWorks square dot is what I'm using for the chickens, and ThermoWorks. Big shout out to you guys. You're the reason my meat is perfect every single time.
Hey, can
because
we?
It's not about time. It's all about temperature. And big shout outs to Barbecue Pit Boys, Chef Jean-Pierre,
and your box.
Sleeper Dude.
Oh yeah.
Sleeper Dude and Rainman Ray's Repair. You guys are awesome. I love your YouTube channels. Big shout out to you guys, and keep it beefy. So we'll see you in a few hours as we go along with the cook. Just set it and forget it. That's it. I don't know what else to say, guys. Things happened too quickly. It was too smooth. It was just, things are going too well. Maybe that's an omen. That something bad's going to happen. The smoker's going to blow up or something.
Hey, do you want to show us the mods you made to the box?
An update.
Yeah, that's awesome.
On the trunk of temperature.
Okay, let me get a shot of the top of it.
But the trunk of temperature and time, I did a little modification to that, so it looks a little neater. And so I'm going to be sanding it all down to make it look all nice and nice. So see, what I can do now is I open it up, and what I did was my temperature probe. These things, I can keep them all up here like this. No problem, along with my spatula, or not spatula, my basting brush and my tongs. Up there, I just drilled a couple holes in here on the top, grabbed some wire, and then kicking around the garage. Sometimes it's a pain in the ass to get it in there because it's not completely straight, but there you go, hold it all in nicely. Close it. I'm gonna buy a cool little like pirate's lock or something like that for that, so it'll look really neat, like a treasure chest, right? I'm gonna find a treasure lock.
It is a treasure chest.
It is basically because it's got treasures of time, and time is a treasure. Ha, that was so pathetically sad, but anyways, that's the way it is at Brain Damage Barbecue. We say sad things because we're sad people, but of the happiest kind. So anyways, keep it beefy. We're back in a few hours to check on the meat. And that's it. Thank you for tuning in to Brain Damage Barbecue. Like, subscribe, and notification buttons. Peace. Keep it beefy.
Here we go. Hi there. Here's the Weed Man guy.
There's the Weed Man guy came up to say hi. Unfortunately, I take care of my own lawn, but Weed Man is
It's all
recommended.
good.
Big shout out to Weed Man people. They're good with grass.
Thank you.
They're as good with grass as I am with weed.
Hey,
So,
hey, we're pretty good with that too.
for sure, man. Well, thanks for popping
Hey,
in.
thank you.
have
Guys
great
have a good
man.
one, eh?
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Oh, I will for sure.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Hey, I'm back, boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen, folks, barbecue enthusiasts and super smoker lovers. We are going to take the chicken off. It's only been an hour and 26 minutes, but it's been like 350, 370 in there. So the chickens, according to my square dots, one's at 167, one's at 181. But I checked it a little while ago with the thermopen, and it wasn't off. It's probably because the probes were too far away or too close to the edge of the chicken or whatever. We're going to check it with the thermopen. So we got it in here. 65, there we go, we're up to 65, we'll check it over here. Oh yeah, it went well over 65, well over 65. Look at the juice squirting out of that chicken. That's a squirty chicken.
Can you hold the probe still for a second?
Well, this is 162, wait. I want to make sure that they're seeing, see 167, that's definitely cooked up there. For sure.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah, 165, 173, so it was on a lighter part. Yep, absolutely, I've checked more than enough. The probes of the chicken. So when you take these out, be careful because they're hot. Ouch. Ouch. What are you going to do, eh? It's all in the name of smoking. Now we're going to take our chickens here like this. Oh, hey, come on, chicken. Two absolutely perfectly smoked chickens.
You want a close up?
Look at that. Close
Let's
up
do
all
a
you
close
want on
up.
that. Because the closer you get, you might even be able to smell it. Ah, look at that. Now that's funny. There was a feather. There was a feather still in there, and we smoked the feather. We're going to have to try that feather and see if smoked feather is good. Because that might be interesting. A smoked feather.
No.
Never tried that? No. Have you had smoked feather before? You don't know. It may be the greatest flavor in the whole world. Again, mind-altering flavor. A smoked feather.
Remember that growing pains clip that I put in?
That's not a hair.
It's not a hair. It's just a vein. Ew! And everyone's just freaked out.
A smoked feather.
A smoked feather.
Burnt. Look at that.
Oh, yeah?
It's still got feather properties. Isn't that the coolest thing?
I think
Well, the stem is very brittle.
I think it's called a plucking error.
Oh well. No.
You did not just eat the feather.
It's got a nice smoky flavor though.
I bet. Well, it's got lots of surface area.
It's definitely not gonna give me like mad chicken disease or anything.
No, it's cooked.
But there we go. And that concludes the chicken cook of this brain damaged barbecue. The chicken will be going inside and sitting for a bit. Maybe we'll munch on it in a little while. But for now, we're still waiting on the beef. The beef has come along really good. Remember I told you about, in the other camera, I was talking about the probes that I reset up again, so they're working. We got probe number 1, which on the board over here, I have probe number 1.
Yeah, you gotta come over to the board. Point it out from the board.
Probe number 1 is the hardcore carnivore, that black meat rub that I put on there. So it's at 142 right now, internal temperature, and we're looking for an internal temperature 145 for both of them. The probe number 2 with my beef rub that I had in there is now at 138. So we're doing good on that. We're again shooting for a temperature 145 internal. That's a medium for both beef. The 2 whole chickens, we put them on at 240, internal temperature 165. We've reached that temperature. So we've taken the chicken off, as you can see.
Oh, and shout outs.
We did the shout-outs earlier.
Let's do the shout outs.
Chef Jean-Pierre, Barbecue Pit Boy, Sleeper Dude, and Rayman Rains Repair Garage. Shout out to all you guys.
Our YouTube inspirations.
And we will talk to you guys when we pull the beef off. Keep it beefy. 40557 10725.
Okay.
And welcome back to this episode of Brain Damage Barbecue, the chicken smoke on the Cuisinart and the beef smoke on the Master Chef. Neither of those are sponsoring me. They're just my winter smokers. Basically because they're small, compact, convenient, easy to use. Look at the beefs. They're absolutely perfect.
And the chicken was amazing too.
The chicken turned out so tender. So we'll take our thermodot here, drop it in. 34, 37. Keep going. There we go, 45. 37, 40, 41. Oh. Huh. That's weird. 38.
Why? What's going on?
It seems the hardcore carnivore one is done.
Okay.
But my rub, wait, maybe not though. See, hang on. 40, that's only 144, 146. Okay, we're gonna leave them on for a couple more minutes, I think. And cut. And welcome back to Brain Damage Barbecue Beef and Chicken Smoke. The beef is now done after 3 hours and 40 minutes and 24 seconds. There it is, thing of beauty. We got the one with my rub on it. I've checked the temperatures. They've come to 145, 147. That's my rub. And this is the, what's it called? Can't read it from here. Hardcore carnivore rub that I got at Loblaws. So those are the two beefs there. We're gonna let them sit for a bit because if you don't let them sit, what happens when the beef is cooking, all the juices run away from the heat into the center of the meat. So as soon as you take it off, you cut into it, all that juice comes out of the center of the meat. You let it sit for 15, 20 minutes, depending on the size of the roast. All that juice has time to flow back out into the meat. So when you cut into it, you see the juice flow from the top all the way to the middle to the bottom and drip out all over your...
You're letting it rest.
You have to let it rest and sit there and be all happy. So... And that concludes our Brain Damage Barbecue Beef and Chicken Smoke. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm your host, Joel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit those notification buttons for more wild smoking times. Keep it beefy. Peace.